Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's Thursday Night Live. We haven't done this in a long time. So, welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you're here. Happy full moon, because that's what we're going to do tonight. We are going to hit the full moon hard. Of course, it happened yesterday, but that's all right. This is a perfect time to see what's going on. And this is what we're going to talk about today. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm only working off of one computer and one monitor. The other one's still freaking updating. But how you doing? Hello, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome on in, everybody. But I'm on one computer and one monitor. So bear with me because I'm bouncing through 9 million windows. So it may seem like I'm a little distracted, but we got this. It's a full moon. It's extra. It's in Aquarius opposite Leo, with the Leo sun and with Jupiter sitting right with it, which we call Cazimi. So, I mean, you want to talk about extra energy. So, you may be feeling that a little like pulled in two different directions. You know, this full moon is actually really at odds with Pluto and that energy, the Barbo basket. We're going to talk about that tonight too. So, I mean, we're going to find out what it means for your sign. So stick around for that and stay for the whole live, because we're going to then do a guided meditation that's going to help you release, going to help you let go, and make this transition into this energy that much better, because we've had so much happen in the last few weeks that have just sped up the timeline. I think you can agree with that. I was just talking about that with my daughter earlier, that it seems like the timeline has sped up. You know what I mean? What happened to the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, really? But we're having all these big transitional changes happening. And not only that, I'm going to give you a little hint on what's going on in August. We've got eclipse season started. So we got the nodes just shifting the other day. Saturn went retrograde. Venus is direct. We've got the Jupiter and Sun conjunction. It's unbelievable. So much to talk about. And we're going to see how that all fits into our reality right now. Okay. And you can see, like, on the news and everything that's happening there. I mean, lots of things being discovered, uncovered, evidence, all of that. It's exposure. You know what I mean? And with Jupiter and Leo, it is that kind of exposure. It puts things right in front of you, you know, and there it is, the full moon shining its light. And we're going to find out which area in your life that it is exposing for you, because this is going to start along with this nodal shift, at least a year to almost 3-year duration of effect. So we got to work on that. So I got a whole slide presentation ready to go and all of that. I've been studying this. My birthday is on the eclipse. What is that? August 12th, I think. I'm just writing. Let's see, do I have that window open, or when, because I was working on August's forecast. I think it's either the 12th or the 14th, but that's awesome. That's awesome. Mystic, historical mystic. Yeah. That is something. Yeah. An eclipse on your birthday. Whew. That's some good stuff. Life-changing, to say the least. So before we begin the night, I got to calm my energy down. I don't know about you, but I just got to settle this shit down. So we are going to clear our energy out. We're going to do a little energy clearing. Yes, I'm 69 on the 12th. Yeah, awesome. I was born in 69. Actually, my birthday is tomorrow. I was going to see how many times I would announce that. I was like, I'm not going to, but here we are. But yeah, I'm going to be a whole 34. That would be great. Make sure you check out the freaking weekend that's getting posted tomorrow, and also check out the midweek reset tarot reading. So I'm going to get this Palo Santo nice and heated up. And okay, let's see. Come on. Trying to get this lit. Palo Santo's got to get really nice and hot. Happy birthday to us is right. I almost said thank you for the rose. I'm not on TikTok. That's funny. All right, we got the Palo Santo nice and lit. We're going to let it burn a little bit. You want to let your Palo Santo burn a little bit. So the oils, you start to see the oils bubble, and that's prime time. All right, so everybody, settle in. Take a slow, deep breath in. And release. Wonderful. Yeah, that's automatic. Take another slow, deep breath in. And release. Release the worries, the cares of the day. It's all good. Take another slow, deep breath in. Smell that Palo Santo. Feel it clearing your energy and release. Very good. Wonderful. Perfect. Let's go ahead and clear the reader's energy out. Let's do that, shall we? Let's get the table ready. Let's bless the electronics. Please, God, don't let everything screw up. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for this effing computer to still upload. Finish its update. Like, what the hell? Let's clear the decks out. You don't want to angry smudge. So, clear it out, Jeff. All right. Let's get to it. Okay. Let's go ahead and switch over to the slides. Slides everywhere, a slide. Where the hell are they? Let's open it up. Aquarius slides, yes. Oh, wait, whoa, why are you going so fast? Stop, stop. There we go. All right. Let's get to it, everybody. We're going to talk about the full moon in Aquarius. And oh boy, it is a biggin. We had it happen yesterday on July 29th, but have no fear. It's still in effect. Full moons are in effect for maybe 3 or 4 days. You got that window, but you can always let go and release in all of that. Okay, so let me go ahead and get my notes open. I'm telling you, I could do this on 2 different computers, but maybe it'll stop updating and I'll be able to do it. But until then, we're going to do it on one screen, and that's just going to have to work. So welcome, everybody, to the full moon in Aquarius. And we're going to be talking about this energy. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is a very personal time for me right now. Not only is it around my birthday, but it's activating all of this energy. It's sitting right there. So I'm happy. This is kind of like really happening in my chart real time. My sun is right at the top of the chart. So this is all about beliefs and philosophy for me, and my career and advancing that and having bigger ideas, and it's all fitting into this. And even though it's a struggle because it's a growth spurt, and that can be challenging at times, I'm noticing that there's also support. Like if I allow the energy to kind of just put me, if I keep my vibration high and I'm not worrying about anything or stressing out when something does happen, and I just go with the flow and just automatically tell myself everything works out in my favor, it does. So I want to start the night out going that what I'm going to be talking about now is happening front and center in my life, and it's actually kind of scary and wonderful all at the same time. That's that whole Barbeau's basket. So let's get everybody in the room. Let's have a good time. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get comfortable. We got a lot to cover tonight, and I want to walk through the whole sky before we get into what this means for your sign. All right. So let's go ahead and switch over. Yeah, this kind of blows doing this with just one screen. All right, so before we even get to it tonight, I want you to understand what already happened this week because it's setting the stage. So a few days ago on July 26th, 2 huge things happened at the exact same time. First, the nodes of destiny, that's the north and the south node. They shifted into Aquarius and Leo, so that's another big major shift in my life personally. I'm really feeling these shifts more than I have other astrological shifts. That's the same axis as this full moon. So that amplifies everything. So the universe basically, it called its shot, and for the next year and a half, our collective growth story is going to run right through this tension. So how do I stay true to myself versus how do I show up for the collective? Okay, think about that. All right, but these are major shifts. And then we have Saturn retrograde. Let me just go ahead and check on the chat and stuff. Hi, Jean, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome, everybody. All right, so let's get back to it. Just wanted to check on the chat. Like I said, if you're joining in, I'm using one computer, one monitor. Usually I have two computers and two monitors. And yeah, so I'm running with half a leg in a race. How about that? No, just one leg. So imagine the logistics in that. All right. So at the very same time, Saturn stationed retrograde in Aries. That happened Monday. Saturn is our planet of structure, it's discipline, commitments. And when Saturn goes retrograde, it's asking us to slow down. That was a big theme in this midweek reset and also for some of the readings in the freaking weekend tarot reading. So when Saturn goes retrograde, it's asking us to slow down and look before we leap forward. We got to look back before we leap forward. Where has responsibility turned into fear? Where am I holding a structure that isn't serving me anymore? This is a good time to take care of this. And we're going to hopefully scratch the surface of it tonight. So tonight's full moon isn't happening in a vacuum. It's happening a few days after the sky basically cleared its throat and said, pay attention. This is a big chapter starting. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just crazy. So let's go ahead and advance the slide for me, please. Yes, there we go. And yes, I know that you've been seeing this not only on my channel, but on everybody else's and everything on TikTok, but the bar bolts basket. So, I want to zoom out even further because tonight is actually part of something much bigger than just the full moon. There's this configuration happening, the Barbeau's basket, named after the French astrologer André Barbault, who predicted decades ago that a moment like this would come. Here's what's lined up. Pluto has been in Aquarius since late 2024. Its first time there since the 1700s. Saturn and Neptune both moved into Aries earlier this year. Uranus is in Gemini. And Jupiter just moved into my sign, Leo, which is exactly what's setting up tonight. When you put those 5 planets together, they form what's called a basket in astrology, or a cradle, whatever you want to call it. It's where opposing planets are actually being held and supported by a network of harmonious aspects instead of just colliding. So Barbault called this pattern a potential splendid relaunch of civilization. That's not small talk. That's one of the most respected names in astrology telling us that this is a big deal. So holy shit. And you can see it in the collective. You can feel it. You can hear it. And when you're talking to somebody, that things are just, ready to pop. Mine is still updating as well. Hello, Jess. Welcome. I didn't see you come in. I'm good. Sorry I'm late. Was outside grilling. Ooh, hell yeah. And it's beautiful. And here in Western New York, we got beautiful weather. I cannot bitch or piss or moan about that. I'm telling you, it's perfect. Thank you for the lovely weather that we've been having. Hallelujah. All right, so let's talk about the chart and everything that's going on. This kind of adds a little bit more flavor. It's kind of like we got our cosmic soup. Now we're going to add our spices and see if it gets spicy or not. Okay, so there's a lot going on. First, the full moon itself. The moon was exact at 6 degrees of Aquarius. So look to see what you have in 6 degrees in your chart in any of the fixed signs or the air signs. Let's see. So it was like, 6 degrees of Leo. No. 6 degrees of Aquarius. What am I talking about? It's opposite 6 degrees Leo. So like my sun is 8 degrees Leo. So this is boom. This is right on it, man. Right on it. And it's exact. It's 6 degrees exact. That's a textbook exact opposition. And this is the big one. The sun is Cazimi Jupiter. So it's both, again, at 6 degrees of Leo. So Cazimi means the planet is sitting in the very heart of the sun, and it's not burned up by the sun, but it's amplified. And like I said, this alignment only comes back around once every 12 years. Third, the moon is also conjunct Pluto retrograde near 4 degrees Aquarius. And that's enough to the moon to give it some color and a lot of emotion. That's the way I interpret it. Fourth, we got Uranus sitting in Gemini and is trining the moon and sextiling both the sun and Jupiter at the same time. That's real structure support running through this whole chart. That's why even though things are like being challenged and all of that, you get through it. And there's more of a realization that, holy shit, I didn't have to react in order for things to fulfill itself. It fulfilled itself. Okay. I wonder if you're feeling that. Have you been feeling that lately? Because I've really been feeling that. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Welcome in. I don't know. Something changed. Something changed. I was just talking about that earlier. All right. So fifth, we got Venus in Virgo, square Mars exact. And Mars is in Gemini. And that is a type orb of aspect as it gets. And finally, there are 4 active cradle patterns forming by the sun, the moon, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. That's a lot of planets working together here. The sky is unusually cohesive, and it's not fighting itself. It's holding something forward. And again, that's what it kind of felt like leading up to this energy this week, is that even though things are kind of shifting in a weird kind of way, you know what, folks, I'm never really lost for words, but I'm really lost for words on how some of this energy is kind of manifesting itself. And it kind of makes me wonder, what's going on with the collective. So we're going to do a little collective reading in a bit. So after I laid out all that grid work and groundwork for the chart, we got to ask ourselves what it actually means. So, oh, no, that's the meditation. Don't want to go there. So let's translate all of this into plain English because it's a lot. Cazimi, again, means rare, amplified visibility. So whatever you step into lately, a project, a truth, a version of yourself, it gets seen. Confidence and recognition land easier than usual right now. I would totally agree with that statement. I would totally agree with that. That is exactly how I'm feeling. This Leo energy is amplified. And you have to pull out that inner strength. That self-confidence has to come from within. You can't just put it out there hoping that someone's going to give you that self-confidence that you crave. It has to come from within. So, the moon conjunct Pluto, that's a lot. This means that it's not a breezy full moon. It didn't feel breezy to me. It didn't feel breezy at all. In fact, my back was out of whack. Like it felt like it was just in a constant Charlie horse. So I would kind of put that with Moon and Pluto. Absolutely. So this energy is no joke. It's a real deep release. Like old power dynamics or feeling you've buried might surface before they actually clear themselves. Uranus is supporting this, and that means the sky has your back. That's the best way I can put it. Change that would normally feel destabilizing has real structural support behind it right now. It's safer than usual to leap. That's good. That's very good. So do the thing, say the thing, be the thing. I've been saying that a lot lately. Venus square Mars means friction, but with a purpose. So there may be tension in love, maybe money matters, or even your creative work. And it's asking for more precision and, bottom gut punching reality, basically. Okay. I was almost said rock gut, but gut punch reality. So yeah. And it's not for you to avoid it either. We've got to, whatever we've been kind of burying under the rug, we're tripping over. We need to deal with it. It will be less dramatic than you allow yourself to. Okay. And this basket means that this is just really big. And this is a preview of the themes that are going to keep building for the rest of 2026 and 2027. So, word. But I love that. We need this change, So, here's the simple version of everything we just walked through. This full moon peaks. Some of you are watching the midweek reset and seeing how this all lines up. And it's going to be opposite things for a while here. The moon does move fast, but that feeling holds. Leo and Aquarius sit directly opposite each other on the zodiac wheel. Leo wants to shine as an individual. Aquarius wants to belong to something bigger than itself. You know those Aquariuses. They just I just want to hug the world. I want to rehome everybody. With Jupiter amplifying the Leo side, this full moon is asking all of us, where have you been shrinking your light just to keep the peace? And where is it finally safe to stop? So here's what we're going to be releasing tonight. Conformity. Playing small. Hell yeah. Hiding your gifts just to keep everyone comfortable. There's enough of that. You know what? I did a reading for somebody today, and we talked exactly about what we just said. You can't stifle your life because you got to work around somebody else's, or you don't want to shine brighter than somebody else. And when I come up to this kind of thing with somebody, I'm like, listen, you shine as brightly as possible, and the fuck what they think, make them wear shades. You know what I mean? You do not dim your light or your creative potential for anybody. It's non-negotiable. And this energy is kind of pushing you into that kind of frame of mind. You follow me on that? So, let's move on. I'm in one of those moods, y'all. I'm in one of those moods. Let's check the chat really quick. I felt like everything has become more stable, even with the change on the horizon. Yeah, absolutely. It's not this doom and gloom. It's just like, something's definitely shifting, but it's all right. Yeah, we got this. All right, so let's move on to the signs, and we start with Aries. Aries, tonight, this full moon is illuminating your self-expression and your community both at once. So it's like a shining light on creative or your passion projects you've been sitting on. We just talked about that. And on whether the people around you are actually championing it, or quietly holding you back. Now think about that. Think about that. Aquarius wants you to look honestly at your circle. Does it make room for the boldest version of your ideas or the safest one? And Leo, amplified by Jupiter, wants you seen loudly, unapologetically, and on your own terms. This is a strong night to stop waiting for permission. The right group is going to meet you at your full volume, not your quiet one. Oh boy. So tonight's ritual or this weekend is light a red or gold candle and speak your project or idea out loud, exactly as big as it actually is, and no shrinking for the room. So your intention is this: I am seen, I am bold, and my people find me exactly as I am. We're just spitting truths here over at Raise Your Vibe. Oh, man. And we're only on number 2, Taurus. Welcome, Taurus, to the room. Everybody, welcome, Taurus. All right. The spool is unwinding. Taurus, tonight illuminates the line between your home life and your public life, shining a light on wherever those two have been pulling at each other lately. Jupiter's Cazimi that's sitting in your career house makes this a strong window to be visible for your work. But Aquarius, sitting in your home sector, is not going to let you ignore what's waiting for you off the clock. You don't have to choose one over the other. Let your public success and your private foundation support each other instead of competing for the same hours. So your ritual is going to be this: sit somewhere that feels like home to you. And Taurus needs that feeling just like a Cancer does. And write one sentence about the recognition you want, and one sentence about the home life you want to protect while you get it. Your intention is my success and my home life both get to grow at the same time. Now, this full moon is actually happening in my 10th house and 4th house. So that rings for me right there. That rings a bell right there. My success and my home life both get to grow at the same time. I love that. I love that. And that is what's up for you for the full moon, Taurus. Let's move on to Gemini. Thank you. Gemini. Did a lot of readings for Gemini today. Gemini, this full moon eliminates your voice and your worldview, shining a light on a conversation, a post, or a piece of writing you've been quietly sitting on. Aquarius wants you to say the true, slightly uncomfortable version of the idea, not the safe, palpable one. And Jupiter Cazimi, the sun in your belief sector, says the bigger, bolder statement is the one that actually going to land. You've been rehearsing this in your head long enough. Whatever you've been drafting and redrafting, tonight is a strong night to just hit send, especially because your ruler is now moving forward. Hallelujah, hallelujah. So your ritual is write the honest version of what you've been holding back. Even if you don't post it tonight, get it out of your head and onto the page. That right there is nice therapy. Just getting it out. It's like talking to a friend. Like, I keep yellow legal pads everywhere in my arm's reach. I've got tons of them. All right. So your intention, Gemini, is this: my voice is allowed to be true, even when it's not the safest thing to say. See, this energy ain't playing. It don't want you to play safe. It doesn't. All right, let's move on to Cancer. Cancer, tonight illuminates what you value and what you're willing to merge with someone else, shining a light on a partnership, an investment, or a shared plan. And that's pretty cool because I distinctly remember Cancer's not midweek reset, but the freaking weekend, because I recorded that this morning. And that's exactly what we talk about. But it has to be almost like boundaries in some way. Just giving you a heads up there. Aquarius sits in your values sector, asking you to get honest about your own worth, not just emotionally, financially too. And Jupiter's expansion in your sector of shared resources favors deals and resources that grow once you stop guarding them so tightly. Something that's felt stuck, a negotiation, a joint account, a shared responsibility, is ready to move. Opening your hand here doesn't mean losing your grip on what matters. And you need to heal that part of yourself that won't release that control. Okay? So your ritual is write down one number, what you believe you're worth in this situation. Read it out loud once without apologizing for it. Your intention is this: I can be generous with what I share, and I still fully honor my own worth. So this is all about worth. And you are worth so much more, Cancer. Okay? Let's move on to Leo. Happy birthday, Leo. Happy birthday, Leo. This one is ours. Tonight's full moon illuminates our own identity, while the sun and Jupiter cazimi in our own sign light up who you're becoming right now. The moon is facing you from your partnership house. I love that, as the 7th house. So whatever is shifting inside of you is being mirrored right back at the people closest to you. A relationship may need to catch up to be to the more visible, more confident version of you that's emerging. Jupiter only comes home to your sign like this once every 12 years. This is a strong, rare night to simply be fully yourself and trust that the people who matter are going to rise to meet you there. Tonight's little ritual is stand in front of a mirror. Oh, I already like this. Say your own name. I'm really liking this. And follow it with one thing you're proud of. I'm really digging this. Let yourself actually be receiving it. You know what? I did that this morning while I was brushing my teeth. Brushing my teeth is so bizarre because, you know, I use charcoal toothpaste. So just picture that mess. Oh my God. All right, Virgo, you are next on What the Hell is This Full Moon? Virgo, tonight illuminates your rest in your daily work. Yes, your 6th house, shining a light on whatever the pressure to keep producing has quietly been running you down. Aquarius, sitting in your rest sector, is asking you to trust that stepping back doesn't mean falling behind. And Jupiter's cazimi in your work and health house wants you to build something sustainable, not just something impressive. The most productive thing you can do tonight might be nothing at all, and especially this weekend. Let this moon give you permission to actually stop. So your ritual is cancel or postpone one small obligation this week. I like that. And write down what you'll do with that reclaimed time instead. Like doom scrolling after dinner, which I have really fallen into a shitty habit of. I don't know why. I don't know if it's, you get to a point where you're scrolling on TikTok or Facebook and you just want that dopamine hit, and you realize that it's like taking a drag off a cigarette, or like lighting a cigarette and didn't even realize you just put one out. It's that constant hit. And I've caught myself all week going, dude, what are you doing? You know? So postpone that shit. You know what? I postpone one obligation. I'm not paying my gas bill. Don't do that. All right. So your intention is this: rest is part of the work, not a break from it. Ooh, I think we all need that. Rest is a part of the work, not a break from it. That is beautiful. Wouldn't you agree? All right, let's move on to Libra. First, I want to check the chat. I want to check the chat because scrolling is addictive. Thank you, Jean, for the birthday wishes. I appreciate you. All right, let's get on to Libra. Did I already switch it over? Yeah, how come oh, there it is. Man, there's a delay on this. Okay. All right, Libra. Tonight illuminates your social world and your romantic or creative world together, shining a light on how the two have been feeding or starving each other. It's kind of like my cucumber plants. They're growing wild, but they're choking each other out. So I got to actually separate them like bad children. Like, don't choke your brother, you know? One I couldn't save, though. Yeah. But anyway, Aquarius in your friendship sector may introduce you to a person or a circle that changes what feels creatively possible. And Jupiter Kazemi with the sun in your romance and self-expression house, that's the 5th for everybody, says this is a strong window to take a visible creative or romantic risk. Yeah, taking romantic risks are really something I absolutely condone and promote for this time period, especially for the rest of the summer. Okay, that's for everybody. Let your community be launchpad tonight, not just a comfort zone. The people around you might be exactly who opens the next door. So again, opportunities could come from other people or people that you meet. And don't let anyone choke out your joy either, okay? So your ritual is reach out to one friend and tell them about a creative or romantic risk you're considering. Let them in before you talk yourself out of it, okay? And your intention is this: my people want to see me take the leap, not just watch me think about it. Truth bomb for Libra. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, let's get you on the board. Scorpio tonight illuminates your public life and your home life together, shining a light on a recognition or opportunity that's landing right as home matters ask for attention too. So again, there's this push and pull going on, especially for fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, okay? Jupiter's Kazemi in your career sector favors stepping into more responsibility or visibility at work, like a bigger title, a bigger platform, a bigger yes. Aquarius, opposite your home, needs you to build in real support before you say yes to all of it. So make sure you got that support. You don't have to earn this opportunity by sacrificing your foundation. Don't do it. If you want to build the tower higher, you don't kick out the foundation. You just don't do that, okay? So say yes to the visibility and say yes to the support system that lets you actually hold it. So this ritual for tonight is name one person or one system at home that could support you if your public role grows. Ask for that support before you need it. The intention is this: I can rise in public without losing what holds me steady at home. I love that. Again, fixed signs are going through this inner and outer battle. You know, inner reality, outer reality, all of that. It's like this, the universe is just holding up a mirror. Okay? Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius or Sag. Sagittarius. Sorry, I cracked myself up. Tonight illuminates your worldview and your voice, shining a light on a belief you've been quietly refining and are finally ready to speak out loud. Aquarius in your belief sector wants your philosophy to be more than personal. Useful to other people, but just true for you. And with Jupiter, your own ruler, with the sun, damn, in your communication house, this is an unusually strong signal to teach, publish, or simply say the true thing you've been holding back. Oh, shit. Sagittarius, you got problems with that, though. Kind of think this through, okay? I cannot believe that this computer is still fucking updating. Windows, get your shit together. You know what I mean? Yeah. Working on updates, 100% complete. Don't turn off your computer. I'm not gonna. 4 hours later. All right, so, Sag, you already know what you believe. Tonight is about trusting it enough to say it plainly without hedging it into something smaller. Your ritual for tonight is say one belief out loud exactly as you actually hold it to yourself, to the camera, or to someone you trust. No disclaimers. All right? Your little affirmation is this: what I know to be true is allowed to be spoken plainly. And sometimes Sagittarius, they got that hoof and mouth disease, so you got to be careful with that. You know what I mean? You got to be careful. All right, Capricorn, it's your turn. This full moon illuminates your shared resources, personal values together, shining a light on an old debt agreement or a sense of your own worth that's up for renegotiation. Aquarius sits in your transformation house, asking you to finally close the loop on something that's been quietly unresolved. Again, Capricorn, we cannot sweep shit under the rug. An arrangement, a shared cost, an old story about what you deserve. See, Jupiter's expansion favors asking for more, so more equity, more credit, more honesty about value. You've earned the right to renegotiate. So let tonight be when you stop settling for the terms you agreed to back when you knew less about your own worth now. So your ritual is write down one agreement, financial or otherwise, you're ready to renegotiate. Name the new terms you actually want. And your affirmation is this: I'm allowed to ask for more once I know what I'm actually worth. You're more likely to get it too, just so you know. Let's move on to Aquarius. Oh boy, this is in your sign, Aquarius. It's all about you. This full moon lands right in your lap, and it's illuminating your identity, while the sun and Jupiter light up your partnership house, shining a light on how well your closest relationships actually reflect who you are. So whatever you've been individuating away from, a role, an expectation, an old version of yourself, this moon brings it fully into view. Jupiter's expansion through your relationship sector says a partnership is ready to meet the realer, more independent you, not resist it. You don't have to choose between being your true self and being loved. The right relationship makes room for both at once. Your ritual for this full moon is tell someone close to you one true thing about yourself you've been keeping quiet, just to see how it feels to be met there. That's pretty bold. Your affirmation is this: the right people love the real me, not the edited version. Damn. Let your freak flag fly, Aquarius. This is all about some self-care for you also, because when you take care of yourself, your relationships reflect that. Again, all the fixed signs are the universe is holding up a mirror to you. All right, last but not least, Pisces. Pisces, tonight illuminates your daily routines. And when Jupiter's Cazimi lights your quiet behind the scenes sector, this is in your 12th house, shining a light on the gap between how you work and how you actually feel. This is expansion you feel more than you announce. Maybe it's a health habit, a work process, or a private practice that finally gets real structure instead of good intentions. Aquarius wants the routine to serve your well-being, not just your output. So nobody has to see this shift for it to count. So tonight, be about building something quietly, sustainable, just for you. Your ritual is this: choose one small daily practice for your body, your rest, or your spirit, and commit to it for the next 2 weeks, privately. All right? Your affirmation is this: what I build quietly for myself is just as real as what gets seen. All right. So, but that's some good astrology right there. So, before we move on to the meditation, I want to go ahead and jump in the chat and see what's going on. Oh no, haha, my sister is a sad. She has no issues speaking her truth already. I know. I was almost eating those words as it was coming out my mouth. I'm just like, what are you telling these Sagittariuses to do? You know? All right, let's see. Thank you for the happy birthdays. I see that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's get comfortable, everybody. We're gonna do the meditation. And of course, the full moons are all about releasing. You know how I am about them full moons. I'm very passionate about them. You know, this is a perfect time to get rid of some of our baggage. We carry it around. We don't need it. It's unnecessary. So release the things that stop you from pursuing that goal, for being that person you see in the mirror, but are afraid to show people. If you want to wear bright red lipstick and some big ass eyelashes, go ahead. You know what I mean? Just go ahead. Do you, boo? Oh, you know what? I didn't even tell you guys. You can download the full moon guide. I did pin that comment. I believe it is pinned at the top. So go ahead and check that out. That's free. Go ahead and download that. And that gives some more insight for the full moon. So let's see. We're going to switch over. Did I already switch over? Oh, there I am. Yeah, so we're going to get ready for the meditation, and I just want you to go ahead and get yourself comfortable. Put yourself in a nice spot. Please don't be driving while we're doing this meditation, all right? But again, we're going to switch to the meditation screen, and yeah. And I just want to do a little audio and, you know, mic and, you know what I'm saying. Okay. There we go. Now, if the levels are still the same from the last time, I'm hoping that my voice and the music are working together. So we're just going to hang out for a little bit until you guys let me know, all right, we're good. Okay. But this meditation is fantastic, and I can't wait to share it with you all. All right. So just go ahead and let me know in the chat if the volume on both the voice and the music is adequate. And yes, there's no commercials, no ads. Let's just relax. Sounds good to me. Thank you, Gene. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Scott, I'm definitely thinking this one's going to put you to sleep. All right, everybody, let's get ready for the meditation portion of this Aquarius full moon. All right, so wherever you are right now, let your body find stillness. You don't have to sit perfectly. Just settle into something that feels supported. Let your eyes close, or soften your gaze downward if you'd rather keep them open. Tonight, the moon is full in Aquarius, somewhere above us right now. Whether you can see it or not, it's glowing at its fullest, facing the sun and Jupiter directly across the sky. Now, take a slow, deep breath in through the nose and let it out slowly through your mouth. One more like that. Breathe in and let it go. With every breath from here, just let your shoulders get a little heavier. Let your jaw unclench. Let your hands go soft in your lap. You don't need to do anything right now except be here. Bring your attention now to the crown of your head. Imagine a very soft, cool silver blue light resting there, like moonlight landing on water, and let it settle in. Let that light trickle down slowly, like it's finding its way through you, down through your forehead, releasing any tightness there. Down through your jaw, your throat, down through your shoulders, let them drop. Down through your chest, your stomach, softening as it goes. Down through your hips, your legs, all the way to your feet. Your whole body is a little heavier now, a little quieter. Good. Now just for a moment, notice, is there anywhere in you still holding on to something? Still bracing, still performing, still keeping something in place? You don't have to fix it, just notice it. We're going to come back for it. Now, in your mind, let a scene begin to form. You're standing at the edge of an open field at night. The grass is cool and silver under your feet. Above you, the sky is enormous. Deep indigo, scattered with more stars than you've ever seen at once. And there, directly overhead, hangs the full moon, bigger than you've ever seen it. So bright, it casts your shadow on the grass. Its light isn't harsh. It's soft, cool, silver blue, the exact color of Aquarius. As it touches your skin, it feels like being seen by something vast. Not judged, just witnessed. Like you're a part of something much bigger than yourself. Look down at your feet. There's a still pool of water, perfectly reflecting the moon above. Kneel down if you want, and look into it. The reflection looking back at you isn't quite ordinary. It's you, but lit from within, like there's a low flame somewhere behind your ribs. That flame is Leo. That flame is Jupiter. That flame has been in you the whole time. Now look down at yourself in that reflection and notice you're wearing something. A cloak, a heavy garment, draped over your shoulders. This cloak is every version of you that was built to keep the peace. Every time you made yourself smaller, every opinion you swallowed so no one would be uncomfortable, every time you dimmed your own light because it felt safer than being fully seen. Feel the weight of it. It's heavier than you realized. Now, in your own time, reach up and slowly unfasten it at the collar. Let it fall from your shoulders. Watch it land in the pool of moonlit water at your feet. And instead of sinking, watch it dissolve. Slowly, thread by thread, it turns to silver light and disappears into the reflection of the moon. If there's something specific underneath that cloak, a relationship, a job, a story about yourself, a fear of being too much, let it surface now. You don't have to say it out loud. Just let yourself feel what it is. Whatever it is, let the moon take it. It has room for it. That's what a full moon is for. Feel your shoulders now, bare under the night sky, lighter, cooler, freer. Take a full breath in and sigh it out loud if you can. Now, bring your attention back to that low flame behind your ribs, the one you saw in your reflection. Without the weight of that old cloak, notice it's already a little brighter. Picture the sun and Jupiter somewhere above you, sitting together in the sign of Leo, so close that they're almost merged into one light. Kazemi, the heart of the sun. That same fusion is happening in your chest right now. Let it grow. With every breath in, imagine that flame getting a little bigger, a little warmer, a little more golden. Breathe in and let it grow. Breathe in again and let it grow more. Let it get big enough that it's not just warming your chest anymore. It's glowing through your skin. Anyone looking at you right now would see it. This is what you look like when you stop hiding. This is what's underneath that cloak you just let go of. Now look up. The field around you isn't empty anymore. All along the horizon, other small lights are glowing too. Hundreds of them. Thousands. Each one, someone else's flame. Each one, a person choosing tonight to stop dimming themselves. This is Aquarius, not a crowd that erases you. A web of individual lights, each one brighter because it's connected to all the others. Feel your light joining others. You don't lose yourself in that web. You become more yourself inside it. Now in this moonlit field, surrounded by light, ask yourself one question. What have I been ready to become that I haven't let myself become yet? Don't force any answer. Just wait. Let a word, an image, or a feeling rise up on its own, the way it would happen if someone whispered it to you. Whatever came to you, even if it's small, even if it doesn't make total sense yet, that's your message for this full moon. Hold on to it. You can write it down the moment this meditation ends. Now, bring one hand to your chest, right over that golden light. Feel it there. Steady. Warm. Yours. Silently or out loud, say this to yourself. I don't have to shrink to be loved. The right people want me at full brightness. Say it once more and really let it land. I don't have to shrink to be loved. The right people want me at full brightness. Whenever you need to remember tonight, you can just place your hand on your chest, like we just did. The light doesn't go anywhere. It's already yours. Now, slowly, let the moonlit field begin to fade. Not disappearing, just settling back. The way a dream does when you start to wake. Feel the surface underneath you again. Feel the room around you. Five. Start to deepen your breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. 4. 3. Gently wiggle your toes and your fingers. Roll your shoulders. Feels good. 2. Whenever you're ready, no rush, let your eyes open. 1. All right. Wow. I hope everybody really engaged with that meditation. It feels so good. You know, I was watching, funny story. I was watching Lord of the Rings the other day because, you know, I can't watch it enough. And, you know, they all had cloaks. They all had cloaks with this, you know, pin that the elf queen gave them, you know, and they were like in the rain and it was like, you know, a heavy woolen cloak. I'm like, that feels like burden sometimes, you know, this cloak that sure it protects you from the environment, but it also takes in the environment. You know what I mean? And I thought, what would be a great visualization to kind of, you know, like the 10 of Wands, you know, you're carrying that bundle of sticks of wands. And, you know, what would that feel like to just be unburdened by it? What if you just unclip the cloak and let it go, you know? So I played with the idea. I gambled and I think I won. So and I hope it helped you too. In these times of this electric energy, we need to ground. Here he goes. Welcome, everybody. It's time for this part of the presentation where it's Jeff's grounding corner, because I am big on grounding. It heals, it relaxes, it takes away all of the, you want to talk about pulling off a cloak. You know what I mean? That's shedding your energetic field that you don't need to carry. You pick it up from a lot of people. A lot of people. So just be aware of that, you know? And yeah, I thought that would be a great concept to do. That's definitely one I'm keeping in my binder. I need another binder. My binder is actually overflowing with meditations. So that's one for the books, that's for sure. All right. So, everybody, again, this full moon, I mean, the collective message has been this. Oh, excuse me. Wait 1 second. All right. I have been fucking talking all day since 10 o'clock this morning, and my voice is just drying out. Dear Lord, I never have that happen. But anyway, I send away all negative energy. I send it back if someone's throwing some shade. You know what I mean? Haha, nice try. But anyway, you ever feel like that? You know, if your mind actually goes, it's not of you, you send that shit back with love. Send it back to sender with love, you know? But anyway. So everyone, I hope you have a great weekend. Make sure you check out the freaking weekend. Of course, you got to check that out. Available to you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And yeah, enjoy your weekend. This weekend, I really want you guys to embrace slowing down. Jesus Christ. I got a little tickle in my throat. Like I said, I've been talking since 10 a.m. I'm done talking for the night. Yikes. God, I don't even smoke cigarettes anymore. That's such a fucking liberating thing, is not smoking fucking cigarettes anymore. You know what I mean? Like, if you hold on to a habit, you know what I mean? Let it go. It does not serve you. Lemon honey whiskey. Oh, hell no. I won't wake up till fucking Monday. Are you kidding me? But thank you. And plus, I'm allergic to honey. Yeah, I have honey, and it's like licking a toad. I disappear for 2 days. I don't know where I was. I itch. My throat itches. I'll be like, it's weird. I'm allergic to bees, so that might do it. I don't know. True story. For a while there, I was, I quit in 2017 after 44 years. Good for you. Yeah, I used to smoke like a 57 Buick since I was like 12. And I'm going to be 57 tomorrow. So, yeah. No more smoking. Ugh, you can smell it on people and all that. Don't get me going on that. But listen, everybody. The whole gist of this is do not settle for small. Do not dim your light. This is the time for you to step up. You have a gift to share it. You have a talent that needs to be embraced by other people. They can benefit from it. It's time to let it out, and it's time to be unapologetic, and it's time to do it. No one should outshine you. And if they try to outshine you, get them the fuck out your life. And I'm talking about spouses, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. Fuck them. All right? So with that being said, release that cloak. Okay? Thank you so much. Oh, my God. I gotta go. And what the fuck? Yes, you too. Yes, thank you so much, everybody, for tonight. This was fun. I got to get back on the bandwagon of Thursday nights, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm really enjoying the summer, and I hope you are too. And as we get closer to, I have some tea. This is what I got, Gene. I got tea. The problem is I've been drinking it all day. You know what I mean? So, yeah, everybody enjoy your weekend. It is a weekend to slow down and just enjoy yourself. These are the dog days of summer. Enjoy them. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I'm going to my mama's for some lasagna tomorrow. Oh my God. Can't wait. With that being said, everybody, next time I talk to you, I'll be a year older. I don't feel my age, that's for sure. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know, do all the things. I love you so much. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, join the Vibe Tribe, get into it. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I love you all, and I will see you soon. What the hell? Jesus. Oh, fuck.